All right, hope everybody's good. Starting with our game with Georgia Tech, a really hard fought game between two teams. Both teams really wanted it and came down to the last play. And was very proud of our guys, how we battled in that game and had to overcome a lot of adversity. Um, and I love how the guys hung in there and just fought. And a lot of guys made plays. Not having Davin the last quarter hurt us, from a pass rush standpoint. He's really been a presence for us in those kind of moments in 2-minute drives. He's doing good. Totally expected to have him this week, so that's good news. But I thought we really played well in the red zone on defense. Held them many times to field goals. Had the interception down there, which was a critical play. We were physical against a physical team. I thought we won the line of scrimmage in that game. We ran the ball for almost 8 yards a carry and stopped the run until the last drive. Two scrambles in that drive were the difference in that series. We played really hard, played physical. Our guys didn't flinch. I hate that Colin didn't have that kick go through. He had a lot of leg on it. He made a 67-yarder in practice that week. A similar situation. Had the wind behind him. Felt very confident. Would have been a great story. A former walk-on that has earned a scholarship here and has just done a great job for us. I would love to have seen that for many reasons, but for that young man. But gave him a chance, 22 seconds, you get the ball, and CJ threw a great pass to Dakari over the middle. We had a chance on the next one. If Noah could have came up with that, he extended himself and just didn't come down with it. But I thought both of our line of scrimmages, I thought O-line, D-line both played really well, strained. I was impressed with our three tailbacks. It's probably the best game the three of them collectively have played. They ran hard. They made people miss. They were hard to tackle. They caught the ball well out of the backfield. And both tight ends. It was probably Justin Jolie's best game without the ball as a blocker. I thought he really improved against a good defensive end. And we made some good catches. The week before we had some problems with drops, and it was good to see the guys get back to stretching and catching. CJ made some big plays with his legs in this game. Two big scramble touchdowns, and then the goal line run, so 3 touchdown runs. Negatives, obviously, you turn the football over and two of them, one of them's a touchdown, the other one goes down to the 2-yard line, and two tremendous plays by them, freaky type of plays. The little quick pitch on the quick motion jets is a pretty safe play. I've never seen that play. Ricochet, quarterback tries to knock it down, ends up in their hands, and they score. And then, defensive end jumps up and intercepts a ball. So 2 tough interceptions. The other one he forced in that 2-minute drill. Definitely a teachable moment for him. But tough, you do everything that you wanted to do in a game to win it. And the 2 turnovers that I mentioned were the difference. And turnover margin against a team like that is critical. And we did a lot to overcome it and just didn't have that one play that we needed to win it. And their quarterback, you got to give their quarterback credit. I mean, it's a backup quarterback that's come in for Haynes King, and he was on fire. I mean, he threw 2 deep balls that were perfectly thrown, well defended as well, over the outside shoulder. Guys made good catches. And so sometimes you play a guy with a hot hand, and unfortunately we did, because our goal was to make him beat us, stop the run, and be good in the red zone. And those things happened. Moving on, rivalry week, excited, about our opportunity this week, the oldest rivalry in the league. And it's always a hard fought, emotional game with them. And I know this one will be no different. When you look at their ball club, offensively, very balanced, tremendous running back. I have a lot of respect for Hampton. He's also their 4th leading receiver. They get him the ball a lot of ways. Not just on screens and swing passes, but in check downs, and he's dangerous. He's playing really well, and his durability is impressive as well for the number of touches and hits that he's taken and given out with some of the physical runs. But really good football player, and as always, they've got good skill. Number 5 Jones, number 13 Pacor, tight end Copenhaver. A young receiver, Culliver, Had a really nice kickoff return, and you see some of their younger receivers out there making plays as well. And their quarterback struggled against Boston College, but before that, I thought he was playing really good. He had 3 good games in a row, and has made plays with his feet. You know, he's not a scrambler per se that gets a ton of yards, but he does move around in the pocket and extend drives, and has guys around him that make plays. Defensively, they've got a really experienced, big defensive line, a lot of seniors, a lot of guys we've played against. Rutgers obviously been a force for them this year, leads them in sacks and TFLs. And their safety, boundary safety, Lane, leading tackler, linebackers are both productive guys, and we've played a lot against Eccles, who's a really fast kid, and you can tell he's a leader in their defense. And they're both productive blitzers, productive in the run game. So great opportunity and matchup between 2 teams that don't like each other a whole lot, and so there's a lot to play for. And excited, you know, to get up there and winning games like this. It's about executing, you know, it's about making more plays than them and fewer mistakes, and not getting too caught up in the emotions of the game, being emotional, but not letting the emotions control you. And so excited to go up there and play. It's also, you know, our last regular season game. It's Thanksgiving week, and always want to take time, you know, a lot of gratitude for the people that work here, for my staff. We have such a tremendous staff, have so much to be thankful for with the people I get to work with, our administration, our players and their families and our fans, our coaches and our coaches' wives. I'm fortunate. I get to work with some really awesome people every day and have a lot of gratitude for that. And for my family, it's going to be fun. You know, when you're an empty nester, which this was my first year in that role, we go from 2 in the house to all of a sudden all 3 sons come home for Thanksgiving to 5. I'm looking forward to spending some time with the boys and Sarah, and I'm blessed, you know, to have the family that I do, and looking forward to Thanksgiving with them. And just, you know, the gratitude that you have for having such an opportunity, and you take it for granted, you know. And so this is a great week to just take perspective on what we have. And a lot of people focus on what they don't have. But I do think this is a week, you know, for people to really look at what they do. And in college football, you have a week to watch rivalry games. Man, it's awesome. And some of them started last week. Stanford Cal game, Montana State. There were some teams that already played. And so looking forward to being a part of watching some of the historic matchups when we get a chance this weekend.